Yeah, we good.
All right. First and foremost, we would like to give all praise, honor, glory, and to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers. And peace and blessings, salutations to the hopeful lake out there pushing his word in truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful lake, the believers and listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. All right, we the brothers out of GMS, Mississippi / you know, we're coming this morning, all right, dealing with what's going on with the latest, all right, the greatest from, you know, the head of Sakari, all right, priest, bun lawyer, chief priest, bun lawyer, and pretty much his madness, you know, dealing with being unified, you know, in these times, okay, with other camps for other doctrines, which that's completely contrary to the scriptures, okay? And Jake want to push this unity once again, playing on the emotions of, you know, the simple, okay? Because if you're simple, you know, you find out you're an Israelite, your mindset is, can we all just get along? You know, your mindset is we should come together under the banner of being an Israelite despite differences, okay? That's a simple way to be, all right? And our people, what you have, you know, amongst certain leaders of our people, you know, in their quest, all right, to be as popular as they can be, you know, they disregard the scriptures and doctrine, okay, and they want to come together under the banner of Israel because it's more popularity for them, man. There's going to be a lot of Israelites in this time that are going to suffer due to the egos of a few men, okay? And these things have happened before, okay? When you go back to the Sakari and the Zealots, okay, which really, they pretty much waged a war against the Roman Empire, okay? Millions of Israelites were put to death. Horribly. Men, women, and children were put to death because of the acts of a few men. And now it's finna happen again, and it's gonna be according to doctrine, man. Okay? Yes.
Nah,
okay.
I'm just holding what you got.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bring it up.
Yeah.
All right, this is 2 Timothy 3:16. It says, all scripture is given by inspiration of the Most High and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction.
For doctrine, okay? Because there's a doctrine, there's an understanding of these scriptures, okay? And it has to be uniform all the way across the board, okay? As we go into the scriptures, there's an understanding that has to be uniform, all right, by all men that's teaching the scriptures. You see? And that's why the apostles and the elders, they're very strict when it comes to doctrine, when it comes to breakdown. All right? With brothers that's in GMS.
Yeah.
Okay? There's a particular breakdown because what the scriptures say, a little leaven, leaven the whole lump. Yeah. Okay? And the scriptures are inspired by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You have men telling you that the Bible is not the word of God, but the word of God is in the Bible. How much confusion is that?
Yeah.
So who's going to be the one to qualify what's inspired by the Most High and what's not? How much confusion, and Jake do that to create gray areas so they can twist and pervert doctrine, all right, to fit their popularity, man. You know, pretty much Jake got a popularity doctrine, man. You know, go ahead.
It says for reproof, for correction,
yep,
for instruction in righteousness.
Yeah, for reproof, correction. The scripture's full of correction.
Yep.
So here it is. If you unify with all these different camps, call on different names.
Yep.
Okay, they got different breakdowns of the MOTB. Well, the scriptures is for correction. Okay, the scriptures are here for correction. So if correction go forth, how can you be unified? You know, when the Bible speaks on the scripture is meant for correction. Yep. And when we correct what they say, we hate.
Yeah. Jake hate to be wrong, man. Jake can't just accept. This is what the scriptures say. They got it right, and we gotta accept it. It can't be like that with JJ. Nah, you gotta go deeper than that. You know what I'm saying? Jake, they gotta go to another level. It's another level. You gotta get to get the real understanding. Like, nah, man, it's it just can't be corrected. The reproof. Well, it just say for reproof and for correction.
Jake hate to be wrong. Listen, get Proverbs 29:1. You got the judges up?
No, I had a quick one though.
Okay, you get yours. Get yours, bro.
Because this is Romans 12:16. It said, "Be of the same mind one toward another."
Yep.
Mind not high things, but condescend to men of low estate.
It says, "Mind not high things." And see, like I say, Jake is on his quest to be popular, man. Jake wants a top seat. Jake wants to be known as the deepest in Israel.
Yep.
Okay. I said, if what she got Sarnetta, okay, if he had an award for the deepest Hebrew, Jake will go accept it, man. Would do a speech. That's what Jake want. Jake want that clap, man. Okay? He's not concerned, he's no more concerned about the doctrine and feeding the sheep and edifying the body. Okay? It's about clap, man. Go ahead.
Yep. It said, "Be Romans 12:16, be of the same mind one toward another. Mind not high things, but condescend to men of low estate. Be not wise in your own consent."
Yep, be not wise in your own consent. And when you think you're above correction, you start leaning on your own wisdom. Okay, you just start saying and doing things. Okay, the scriptures is our check and balance. It keeps us in check. Well, our scripture talk about thy rod and thy staff. Okay, a rod and a staff will be to correct, lost sheep or a stubborn sheep. The rod and staff, okay, will be used by the shepherd to get the sheep back in line. Okay, so we have this, like I say, for our correction, man. But when you go beyond correction, now you in the same mindset to do as thou wilt. What's the difference? If the doctrine don't matter, what we teach don't matter anymore, we just come under the banner of Israelites. That's the same thing as do as thou wilt.
Yeah, no standard.
Yeah. Let's get that word popular. See, look up that word popular. See what. See if it coming. See what's on the edit. We'll read that Proverbs 29.
This is Proverbs 29 and verse 1. He said, "He that being often reproved hardeneth his neck."
Yeah, he that being often reproved hardening his neck. See, when you're being reproved and you start rejecting it and you pretty much start to justify yourself, that creates pretty much a thick skin.
Yeah.
To where reproof just bounces off you now. You see? And this is where guys are that are leaders of all these people, okay? They're moving with a hardened spirit that's beyond correction. Because see, this is not an attempt to correct, okay, these certain leaders of these camps, man, because they mindset is to pretty much do what they're going to do. They're hardened, okay? Go ahead.
It says, shall suddenly be destroyed and without remedy.
Shall suddenly be destroyed without remedy. See, Jake is playing the dangerous game, saying and doing anything, man. Okay? Jake is playing an extremely dangerous game by saying and doing anything, man, and becoming willful. Okay? Presumptuous, as the scriptures say. You got it?
Yeah, I had a quick one.
Yeah, you got it.
This is 1 Corinthians 8:1. It says, "Now as touching things offered unto idols, we know that we all have knowledge. Knowledge puffeth up, but charity edifies."
Yeah, knowledge puffeth up. These Jakes know a little history. They know some precepts. They can speak eloquent. As you can see, they, they got these big words.
Right.
Okay, that they go into. your cerebral cortex. You know.
Yeah, what was the word he was saying?
Myopic.
Myopic.
Yeah.
It's myopic.
Yeah.
You throwing stuff out there.
Yeah, they go into these, these words. Okay? They do that for what, man? Popularity, man. Jake is a celebrity. And see, that's a dangerous thing, man. When you have a mindset, being a celebrity Israelite, that's a very dangerous mindset, man. Because now your concern is is pretty much marketing yourself. Because a lot of times Jake say shit just to be, so they can be the topic.
Yeah.
Right? Jake don't even care, what they say. They just want to be the topic and talked about, man.
Yeah, because you want to be seen.
Yeah. Attention, attention whores, man.
I got the definition of popular.
Yep.
This from the online etymology dictionary of the word popular. It said public, commonly known, belonging to the people, general, common, devoted to, or accepted by the people.
Accepted by the people. This is why Jake pretty much opens up this broad gate, accept all these different doctrines. Okay? Why? Because he wants to be accepted of the people.
Yeah.
Jake wants to be popular with everybody. That's why they're cool with all these different doctrines. See, this shows you that pretty much the spirit of Yahushua is not dealing with that, man.
That's right.
It's dealing with them other camps. Because Yahushua was an outcast, man. He wasn't popular. Okay? He wasn't the guy that everyone loved. There was a lot of hatred towards Yahushua, man. Because why? He came with a strict message, man. He didn't come with gimmicks, man. He came with the word. He was cutting Jake. Okay? There's a lot of women that flock to these other camps because they're bitter about, GMS. They probably bitter for some shit 7-8 years ago, man.
Right.
But they flock to these other camps. Why? Because these other camps are so accepting of everything because they want to be popular, man.
It's some more here.
You got it, bro.
It said meaning of or pertaining to the people, dependent on the people, especially the common people, is from 1540s.
It said dependent on the people, especially the common people.
Yep.
You see? Jake is the common people. Even Jake that ain't Israelites. Like they don't care. Yeah. As long as you like them, you cool with them.
Yep.
You know?
As long as you speaking love and unity, because Jacob just, he understand that, we behind, so Jake just like, well, as long as all black people can come together. Yeah. That black folk, you know what I'm saying, stick together, we got to come together doctrine, man.
As long as you don't rebuke me.
Yeah, right. You know what you say? As long as no correction goes out, we cool.
Yep.
Go ahead.
It said, meaning suited to ordinary people, easily comprehended. They pretty much it. You said low, affordable to average persons.
Yep. And it's all about keeping up disciples to themselves, man. Keeping up more followers. It's not really about what you believe. It's about if we like each other, man.
All right.
Okay? We can come together on the banner of Israel, and pretty much you can do your thing, I'm going to do mine long, which that goes to, that's no different than nigga culture.
Yeah. Because
there's no standard in the world, and Jake don't like discipline. Jake don't like to really have to change. Okay? Jake wants to be them with fringes on, man. Jake wants to be who they were in the world with fringes on.
That's what the church push. You come as you are. You ain't got to change. You just come in there. You a crackhead. You good. You a nigga. You good, man. Churches take everybody, man. So that's basically what they put, like you were saying. It's just a worldly doctrine, man. Everybody accepted, man. We all Israelites, so let's come one, come all, man.
It's really like a new world order doctrine, man.
I got a precept too.
You got
this is Ephesians 6. I'm gonna start at 5. It says, "Servants, be obedient to them that are your masters, according to the flesh."
Yep. And see, there's a hierarchy in the spirit that the Lord has set up in the earth. Right. Starting with our apostles and elders, man. The elders under them. Okay, those are the men that the Lord, has set up as leaders. Over the believers, man.
Yep. And the word master put them going to reverence, going to respect. So it said, with fear and trembling, and singleness of your hearts is unto Yahushua, not with eye service, it's man pleasers.
Yep.
But it's the servants of Yahushua Mashiach doing the will of the Most High from their heart.
And see, Jake has a problem with Israelite male authority. And see, this unity doctrine, one thing about it, it gives them an avenue to be rebellious. You see? To be rebellious against order.
Okay.
Yeah, bro.
And they said, with good will doing service is to the Lord and not to man.
Yep.
And this in the NOT said, work with enthusiasm as though you were working for the Lord rather than for people.
Yep.
Yep.
Jake, for the people, man. Whether it's in wickedness. Because you're really not for the people because you're leading them into a way of destruction. But at the moment, it feels good. Because see, that's another thing. They do is thou wilt. It's just a feel good to your emotions. You know? Because it's all about what? Partying. You can rap. Okay? Sister still have a pedestal.
Yep, you got a nail cat.
Yeah. You see? It's appealing, all right, to the nigga that you were. That do is thou wilt doctrine, man. Okay? Just nigga culture. Nigga culture is to be rebellious, okay, against authority of men that look like you, man. Okay? You got you had something?
Yeah.
Get that judge real quick.
Yeah, the judge is 21.
Yeah, get your,
and want me to get straight to the point?
Yeah.
The judge is 21, 25. It said, in those days, there was no king in Israel. Every man did that which was right in his own eyes.
Yeah, in those days, going back to the time of judges, there was no king in Israel, so every man did what was right in his own eyes. Okay? That's the same thing that Jake is doing now. Because the king will be able to what? To set forth a decree, all right? And there will be consequences for your action. You can't, you know. But since that's not set up right now, since our king is not here, all right, in the physical, and he can make a decree and put, you know, the government of Israel is not set up, okay, to establish order, all right? Jake is using his grace to establish their own righteousness, man. Okay? So this is all we're seeing, man. Jake is just using his grace period to, all right, establish their own righteousness and become popular, man. Okay? Go ahead. That was it. Yeah, you get your.
Yeah, this Amos 3 and verse 3. It says, can two walk together except they be agreed?
Yeah, two walk together except they be agreed. Okay? And you go into walk, it goes into, all right, your lifestyle, man. Okay? So how can two people, all right, make progress with different doctrines, man? There's gonna be a holdup. Okay? If us three brothers are building a house and we all got 3 different blueprints.
We got a mess.
Yeah.
It's confusing.
Yeah.
The Lord said let everything be done decently and in order, man.
Yeah.
You got it out.
We got 3 different blueprints, but then we build on the same house, man. It's gonna be confused, it's gonna be a clash, it's gonna be a hindrance. We'll never get done, especially if I refuse to let go of my blueprint. They refuse to let go of their blueprint. Okay? We'll never get the house done. You see? And we're building the house of David.
That's right, bro.
You see? And there's a certain way we got to build off the same blueprint. These same men will tell you not to worship Yahushua. One man telling you that the MOTB is sin.
Man.
One Jake, okay, you tell me your leader been in the truth for over 3 decades and he's still calling on Christ, man.
Come on, bro.
You see?
Yup, you can have sex on the Sabbath.
Yeah, sex on the Sabbath.
Hey, you can get line ups, you get long hair.
Yeah.
All that's acceptable.
Yeah. Do as thou wilt.
Do as thou wilt.
As long as you praising me, like I say, not correcting me, do your thing. As long as you just know you an Israelite, slap some fringes on. Okay? And do you. You know? There's going to be a lot of Israelites heaped up. There's a lot of Israelites being heaped up for destruction, man. The Lord set these different charismatic, you know, leaders up amongst our people because, you know, Jake want to see something shining and Jake still want to appease the flesh. Okay, and the Lord set these leaders up to heap up a lot of our people to destruction, man. You know, when the blind lead the blind, they both shall fall into a ditch, man. I'm saying the Lord like gave Jake the spirit to be charismatic, you know, because he know how Jake is. He know what Jake is attracted to, man.
I think I got it.
You know?
13, yeah.
You got something?
Yeah, this is Sirach 13, and I'm gonna start at 15. It says, every beast loveth his like,
Yep.
and every man loveth his neighbor.
Yep.
All flesh consorteth according to kind.
You know, all flesh is sorted to his kind. So if you got rebellious Jake, okay, they're gonna rebel. They're gonna be with each other. That's why you see when guys get kicked out, what happened? All the other former kick outs come out the woodworks, okay, and start getting behind the rebellion. You see, if you are still of this world, but you know that you're an Israelite, you're gonna cleave unto those that are Israelites that are pretty much still of the world. If you're a woman that knows you're an Israelite, but you still have feminist, okay, doctrine, feminist mindset, you're going to cleave with other women that know that they're Israelites but still a feminist, man. Okay? You're going to cleave to your own kind. Just as you're going to have the sincere men of Yahushua, they're going to cleave to their own kind, man. Okay? And this is all you seeing happening, man. And it's going to be way more that's going to cleave to the madness than it's going to cleave to the truth, man. You know? Go ahead.
It says every beast loveth his like, and every man loveth his neighbor. All flesh consorteth according to kind, and a man will cleave to his like.
A man will cleave to his like. Okay? So it's just men who are heaped up together, okay, based on what? Their common interests, man. Nate wants to be popular. Chief Priest wants to be popular. Okay? All these other guys, Naquan, they want to be popular. So they're going to heap up. No matter what they teach is off. And then you're teaching something that can get people killed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, you got a lot of blood on your hands for what you pushing out there, man. Especially with the C hip.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you pushing that, man. You leading our people into a ditch, man. You know, but Jake don't see that, man. Jake just gotta be right. You know, Jake in that mindset of, you know, long as I'm right. You know, hey, got a lot of blood on your hands. That's Ezekiel the 33rd chapter, man. Mm-hmm. You gotta pay for that, man.
Yeah.
Yep. It says, verse 17 says, what fellowship hath the wolf with the lamb? So the sinner with the godly.
The sinner with the godly. You know, the wolf and the lamb, the sinner and the godly. Okay, because hey, sex on the Sabbath, that's a sin. Okay? When you go into the long hair, that's going off. The lineups, that's going off. You see? But our people, they'll come together. Why, man? For their emotional feel good of belonging. A lot of our people just want to belong to something, man.
Yeah.
They really don't care about really being converted, really being born again. They just want to belong to something. They just want to say they're a part of something, that fraternity spirit, man. You know? Yeah, bro.
Verse 18 says, what agreement is there between the hyena and a dog? Mm-hmm. And what peace between the rich and the poor?
Yeah, so there's a difference based on agendas, man. And I say, we're here to build the house of David. We're here to establish order in the gates. Okay? To give our people a standard. Okay? To govern themselves in righteousness, man. You know, but if you want to pretty much have a mindset of do as thou wilt, okay, this accepting of everything, this new world order, Hebrew doctrine, then hey, it's gonna be a clash, man. We have nothing to do with that, man. That's why we ain't here for no unity count, man, because the Lord's not here for unity, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, because the Lord ain't come back to save every Israelite. He only come back to save the elect. You know? So this is 2 Timothy 4:3. It said, for the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust, should they heap to themselves teachers having itchy ears.
Yeah, Jake just want to hear something new. Because you got Jake that want to hear something new because the truth, the simplicity of how shy. You know, as we go into the same things and, you know, go into prophecy, Jake wants to hear something new and deep. So when Jake hear these words myopic, you know, they scratch that itch that they got. You know, when Jake hear these big words and these terms, you know, they scratches Jake itch that they have. Okay? When Jake see these debates and, you know, cutting the Christians and, you know, that's what Jake want to see, like this rap battle spirit.
Yep. Pretty much they follow their own desires, you know, pretty much to like you said, to find that itch, you know.
And pretty much you just become leaders of the simple, man.
Yep.
Okay? You got, you know, all these followers, majority of people simple as hell, man. You know? You would rather be a small council where everyone, you know, is being built up and becoming sharp in the spirit than just to be surrounded by all these cheerleaders, man. And one thing about it, cheerleaders gonna get their work too. You know? The cheerleaders gonna get judged too, man. Those 250 men that was with Corey and Dathan, okay, they got judged too. The Lord swallowed Corey and Dathan and his family and livestock and their families and livestock in the earth. He made a major example out of them, and then he killed the 250 leaders of our people. He killed them with fire, man. You know, so Chile is gonna get it too. You know. Jake, you know, you pump Israelites.
Yeah, sideline.
Yeah, man. You just hype. And then another thing, Jake can say anything.
Yeah.
Outside GMS, Jake really can say and do anything and really not be held accountable for it like that.
We're in the new covenant.
Yeah.
You know, King David.
Yeah, you know, it's everybody.
We got 5, 6 King David now. You know.
They can say and do anything. Mama can die. You know, one with a shot of tranny. See, you can do anything.
Yep.
And it's cool. But then they'll go 7 years ago when the apostle mentioned the prostitute, and we gotta discuss that every time Jake get in their feelings, man.
Right.
But Jake, amongst these other counts, they can do anything.
Yeah. Jake
told you that the MOTB is sin. Jake is telling, but they won't explain how you buy and sell. Okay? Jake is at the gun range.
Yeah.
You see? Jake is taking pictures with their whole families. You know, you got their daughters on a picture with guns. Like, Jake can do and say anything. Jake told you that ain't no immortality. It's 1,000-year cycles. The Apostle Paul, you know, he wasn't inspired.
John the Baptist not in the truth.
Yeah, John the Baptist not in the truth.
Goddamn.
Jake told you to take the juice.
Yeah. Right.
Right. You see Jake march for Kyrie, like Jake can do and say anything. And it's looked over. But GMS got a hold up for something that was said which wasn't going on, just something that was mentioned. And now it gotta be explained 7 years later, man. But Jake does all this crazy shit real time. You know? The scripture say that Matthew 23, you strain it in that. Y'all had some? Yeah, get yours, bro.
Go ahead,
hey, this is Proverbs 14 and 15. It says, the simple believeth every word.
Yeah, the simple believe every word. You just there with pom-poms on, man. And these niggas just pull, you know, these jakes just pull shit out their ass. You know, these men, you know, they just pull shit out their ass. And Jake is there cheerleading, man. I never thought of that, you know. Yeah. You know, swing their sword, chief.
Yeah, right.
Go ahead.
It says, but the prudent man looketh well to his going.
Yeah, you look well to your going. It's another thing. The Apostle Elders always taught us to do our own research and look into these things, man. Okay, not to just cheerlead them. Okay, or just be yes man to them. No, they taught us to look into these things, man. To research these, to know these things, man. Okay, go ahead.
It says, "The wise man feareth and departed from evil, but the fool rageth and is confident."
Hey, the fool rageth and is confident. Jake is confident in their rebellion.
Yeah.
You know? I'm saying you got their congregation, you know, talking shit. Jake that don't really know, simple as hell.
Yeah, women on the board talking shit.
Yeah.
Going off.
Yeah, confident in their rebellion, man. But everybody is playing their role, man. The Lord wants to heap up simple Israelites for destruction, man. And he got the charismatic leaders that's going to heap them up, man. Yeah, bro.
Hey, you read 12?
Yep.
Yep. This is Proverbs 14 and verse 12. It says, "There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death."
Yep, you break down, huh?
I mean, yeah. You know, Jake think he going the right way. You know, let's come together. Hey, they gonna lead to your death. Cause Lord told us what, be ye separated. You know, like come together with like-minded. You see, but Jake ways leads on to what, to death, man. Cause that's the wrong path. Lord tell us to be you know, come together with everywhere in the doctrine, man. You see. And it's only for their destruction at the end of the day. And like you always say, better our chances of receiving salvation.
That's right, bro.
You know? So Jake want to come together, we gonna let them come together, man. Fuck them, man.
Yeah, man.
We ain't finna pray for them. No. Lord told us to pray not for these people, man. I mean, you gotta come together with the 2/3. You know?
Let them alone.
Blind lead the blind, they both should fall into the ditch, man.
He just show how it's off according to the scriptures, man. You're not gonna be there. You're not gonna show up at the unit camp begging Jake to do right, man. You know, you just gonna show how it's going off in the scriptures and move on to the regular scheduled program, man.
Yeah, and continue serving the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai. Jake want to prophesy with hats on and so forth and so on. Hey, go ahead, be my guest. You know, that's between you and the Lord when he get back, man. And this is Matthew 23:24. It said, ye blind guides with string and a net.
Ye blind guides. If someone is a guide, but they blind, you know, if I'm, you know, let's say I'm my first time coming to Memphis and I want the brother to show me around, but he's literally blind.
Right.
You supposed to be a guide, you know. Right. I'm saying, you brother guide me around the city, but you blind. Like, come on, man. But this is what Lord got set up.
Yeah, that's what the scriptures say. They are all dumb dogs.
Yeah,
you know. It say you blind guys with strain at a net and swallow a camel.
You strain at a net. White women. Yeah. Prostitutes.
Great.
Yeah, great. You strain at the smallest things you put emphasis on, but then you swallow a camel. Jake shot the trainer with fritters on. Pah!
Yeah. Justified.
It's a whole woman that's dead. You see? But you touch Nate and you fall out.
Right.
Yeah, you see?
Yeah, you don't say they Titus, right?
Yeah.
They get mad.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You strain at a gnat, but you swallow a whole camel. Jake is allowed to do anything, man. Captain Tazarian, look how he just butchered the doctrine, the breakdown of the name. You see? No correction from the unity, the New World Order camps. You see? And see and one thing about it, a lot of people not dealing with GMS because of accountability, man. Jake don't want to be accountable, man.
Order.
Jake don't want to be in order. Jake don't want to be accountable. Jake don't want to have no expectation, man. Jake want to chill. Jake just want to show up to the cookout with the fringes, man.
That's right.
Yeah, Jake want to do their own thing, pretty much. Yep. They want to be like they father the devil, Esau, man.
Yep.
You can't tell me nothing, you
yep.
know? You got some more? You want this Sirach 38?
Yeah, let's get that. Yep.
And this is Sirach 30 and verse 8. A horse not broken become a headstrong, and a child left to himself would be willful.
Yeah, a child left to himself, because these jakes are still, immature in the spirit. Because you can have a child that's highly intellectual. He might be on the high reading level, high comprehension level. You know, he has a real high aptitude. He can learn things. He can retain a lot. Okay, but you'll put him in certain situations and see, oh, this is a child. He might be a standout. When it comes to intellectual things, but when it comes to experience, okay, this is a child. You'll forget, like, oh, this is a child.
It's still a child.
Yeah, he's still a child. And Jake is very immature in the spirit, because Jake wants to be popular. That's a childlike mindset when you want to be popular. Like, especially, like, you look at our uncles and granddaddies now, they never cared about no goddamn trends and you know what I'm saying? They ain't know about no goddamn, the latest jeans and shit. Like, man, I granddaddies now didn't care about that shit, man. They cared about the shit that really mattered: food, bills, everybody in the house working. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't care about that stupid shit, some being popular and being on the scene and.
Trending, what trending is. TikTok Israelites. BS, man. It's folly. It's a lot of folly.
Yeah, a child worried about being at the next event. You were younger, you used to worry about being on the scene, how this will affect your image, and you care.
When you grown, you got bigger things to worry about, man.
Yeah, man.
That's, like you said, that's a child mentality, man. Worrying about petty shit, man.
Yeah, being popular.
What they over there talking about?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got bigger and better things to focus on, man.
You want to be trending. That's why you got the titles. Chingy baby mother comes to the camp. You know what I'm saying? Like, what does that do, man? But get you what? More likes, more views.
Yeah. How can they help me with my salvation?
Right. That's it. That's what it's about at the end of the day, is our salvation, man. Don't give a damn about all that other shit, man.
Amber Rose walks across the screen.
5, 6.
Yeah, Come on, man. That's a child, man. That's why was it in the 1 Corinthians?
Yeah, I want to go there too.
Get there, man.
Oh, you about to go there?
Yeah, somebody got to be the adults, man. Everybody can't be a child in the house, man. Somebody got to be concerned about the essential needs of the house, man.
Hey, Slack, which one you wanted for going to? You talking about like put away childish things?
Yeah, get that.
Okay, Kai is 1 to 10.
Yeah, we get that one too.
Okay.
We close with them. Unless y'all have something.
Nah, bro.
This is 1 Corinthians 13 and 11. When I was a child, I spoke as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things.
And we're becoming men in the spirit. And you put away childish things, man. All right? That's why if a brother, all right, likes an Edomite woman, an Asian woman, that's his thing. You're not harping on that shit, man. Okay? We deal with balance as long as that brother is handling his business in the spirit. He's not being, hindered in the spirit. Okay? A man's personal life, as long as he's within, his liberty, within order.
Having 90s parties.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Man, bro.
What is you doing?
Yeah.
Hey, that's super worldly.
Yep. Man, if you gonna, why do it on camera? Like, if you wanted to do something like that, you want to do your thing, why put that on camera with fringes on? Why associate that? Have your own out, do your thing. That's another thing with grown folk. Like, remember back then, our parents, like, it was certain conversations. We couldn't be around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
We couldn't be in them. They would do things, but it would be off to the side.
Yeah.
They would be out of our sight.
Yep.
And
then to get on your ass if you as a child try to get in that conversation.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You talking like you grown.
Yeah, you finna get Javante Davis, man. You finna get you a quick 1-2, man.
Man.
Okay? And like I was saying, your especially you had them architect grandddads, you know, they was all about the essential things, man. They ain't give a damn about your image.
Right.
You know? They told them they were busting the room, but like, look, tell them to go home, goddamn, you got work to do.
Right.
You know? They don't give a damn how they made you look, goddamn.
Yeah. I got this from the comment board.
Yeah.
This is Banyan Yashala, Ezekiel 3:7, Shalom elders and Hakim. It says Ezekiel 3:7, but the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee, for they will not hearken unto me.
Hey, listen to what the Lord is saying. He said the house of Israel not gonna, I'm gonna send you to them, but they not gonna listen. Hell, they don't even listen to me.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know that. I know they ain't gonna listen to you. Shit. Nigga hard headed, man. That's how we know who Israel is. Yeah. Israel hard headed.
Yeah. Damn.
It said, but the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee, for they will not hearken unto me. For all the house of Israel are imprudent and hard-headed, hard-hearted. It said, behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces, and thy forehead strong against their foreheads.
Yeah, we're gonna keep being spiritual adults, man. Okay? We ain't finna get into these childish games, man.
Right.
Man, you tell your granddad, Thomas, man, you made me feel some type of way.
Right. Your ass out my face, boy. He can get on your mama there, man, about that. I got this boy soft.
You made me feel some type of way when you did that earlier, man. Don't get your beat under the ground, man.
Come on, bro.
You know?
You may call your friends back just to whoop your ass.
Right, in front of them.
Yeah. It's Ezekiel 3:9, it's an adamant, harder than a flint have I made thy forehead.
Yep.
Fear them not, neither be dismayed at their looks, though there be a rebellious house.
Yeah, so we gonna keep a strong united front in righteousness, man. Because Jake talking about a united front. How does a united front with all these different doctrines and all this, acceptance? Because the New World Order is all about what? Acceptance.
Yeah, and
you got it, bro.
And niggas saying work. Like, nigga, your work is off.
Yeah.
You know, I was watching the elder from Chicago. Dang, Elder Shakir.
Yakia.
Yeah, Yakia, like I believe he said shoddy. You know.
Yeah, shoddy work.
Yeah, shoddy work, man. Let's say you working on a car, you did 10 cars a day, but you forgot to put you changed the oil, you forgot to put the oil plug back in the motherfucker.
Right.
Nigga, he didn't do shit.
Yeah.
You made the car worse, really. You fucked it up.
This for the elder Atazwa from Wisconsin, GMS Food of Knowledge, but yeah, Acts 7:51. You stiff-necked and uncircumcised in heart and ears, you do always resist the Holy Spirit.
You do always resist the Holy Spirit.
And so fathers did, so do you.
Yeah, so Jake has a legacy of being rebellious and resisting what the Spirit is doing. The Spirit is saying things and doing things, and we roll in the Spirit. That's why I say they follow Yahushua whithersoever you go with, man. Okay? Here it is, we're teaching our people the importance of Yahushua. And you got men teaching not to worship Yahushua.
Yep.
That's planting the seed of rebellion.
God.
But you can't be corrected. But Yahushua doesn't have to be worshipped. Okay, go ahead.
It said, which of the prophets have not your fathers persecuted?
Mm-hmm.
And they have slain them which showed before the coming of the just one, of whom you have been now the betrayers and murderers. That only, he left a comment. He said, there's only a handful of these other counts that do videos talking about work.
Yep.
Yep. And I end with 1 Corinthians 1:10. It said, now I beseech you, brethren, by the name of our Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, that you all speak the same thing.
So you all speak the same thing.
And and that there be no divisions among you, but that ye be perfectly joined together in the same mind and the same judgment.
And see, we have the same mind when it comes to order. You know? Brothers, they personalize might differ. But when it comes to this doctrine, we united, man. When it comes to judgment, we united. Okay? That's what the Lord wants, that we speak the same thing, man. That's the only way a nation can be built, is through consistency, man. Having a consistent standard, man. You know, we talked about the basketball teams is good, the high school team you talking about. Well, what do they have? They have a culture. They got a standard. You see, they able to produce those great teams year after year because of what? The standard is set. You see, there's a certain requirement for you to be a part of that. Okay, and it don't change. The players change. All them Alabama teams, all them players change, but it was certain standard and requirement that was always laid out, man. You know?
And they say the same mind and the same judgment.
Go ahead.
And they remind me of Sirach 27 and 12. It said, if that be among the indiscreet, observe the time. You know, something indiscreet, that pretty much you lacking what? Good judgment. You imprudent. So, but it said what? But be continually among men of understanding. So you come together with all these different doctrines. There's no understanding in that. He's saying that the MOTB is sin, or they're sleeping with white women, or you saying this on the sea hill. How is that
speaking the same thing?
Exactly.
Then the Spirit works with us all the way throughout. Like, we can be in a certain spot and something happen, and brothers be like, shit, it's time to move. You know, that's a spirit. We being in the same judgment, like, it's it's a little too much here. You know, because why? We in the same spirit. You know, we have the same judgment. You see, certain things happen, like on the news. You know, and Jake get together, like we have counsel about certain things. You know, and we probably be in the same mindset when certain events happen, man, because the Lord is teaching us to judge, okay, with the same standard, man. Because in the kingdom, you're gonna have men over different provinces, and they province gonna be to their liking. But when it comes to the judgment and the standard of their province, it's gonna be the same throughout the whole kingdom, man.
Right, and the judge, we judge according to the laws, statutes, commandments. So you pretty much saying exclude Yahweh Shemashah laws. You just go come together for the brotherhood's sake. That's off.
And that mindset gonna die here in America. That mindset will not leave America.
That's right, bro.
Okay, it will not leave America, man. It's gonna die with them red cups, man. You know, that was it, y'all. All right, well, with that, we pray that you brothers, all right, and you sisters were edified once again. We'll give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Chakadash.
Double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great example to our young brothers, and peace and blessings, salutations to the whole elect. Shalom.
Shalom.